Hi guys, Big Monday here, and today I want to talk to you about a little Dota 2 tip, how to lose your lane correctly. And that sounds silly, losing your lane, because you never want to lose your lane, but in some games it's just going to be out of your control. You can't win the lane, and then it comes down to how you handle losing it. Sometimes it's not about how do I win my lane. It's about recognizing that you are going to lose, and what do we do about it? So I want to show you this game because I think this was a particularly good example of us getting totally wrecked in lane and very quickly realizing that we need to do something about this, and it went quite well. Now I'm playing Spectre in this game. I am not a confident Spectre. I've had like maybe 2-3 games with Spectre. I get the idea of how Spectre's played. I mean, she's fairly simple in concept, but there's a big difference between like, her being a simple concept and being comfortable with a hero. So that kind of has part of the to do with the decision. Now the axe went jungle. I don't like jungle axe, but that's not the point of this game. The point is we come to lane with a Cottle and a Spectre. Now Cottle is quite a good babysitter hero. He's got good range. He's got the ability to spam spells. He's got the ability to drain the enemy's mana. Generally speaking, he should be okay at harass. Now, got to the lane, thought, well, it's Viper and Jakiro. This is going to be a bit of a rough lane. This is not going to be easy. Now, it's at this point here when the bounty hunter appeared. Now, we saw them go on the Cottle. If I go back sort of 10 seconds to the point where I decided this lane was lost. Because at this point I'm thinking, man, this is going to be rough. And I'm thinking, well, if this Cottle is really good at harass, he plays his role well, he plays his hero well, and we can get them to overextend, we might have a good chance of getting a kill. So either way, they outrange me, so I am not getting a lot of last hits in this lane as it stands at the moment. So, but the Cottle oversteps a little bit there, and now they go on him. They have multiple slows on him. One of them's from the bounty hunter, but it's when the bounty hunter appears here that I'm like, oh, okay, he's screwed. Now I'm trying to walk over to the left to block these two, try and cause a problem, but as soon as the bounty hunter appears, it becomes quite obvious this lane is screwed. The tri lane, we're not going to achieve anything. And this is just lost. There's nothing we can do. So I said to the Cottle, I said, right, well, this lane is lost. Go elsewhere and start setting up kills. I said I can play this lane like an off lane. And Spectre's not too bad for that in the early game. I mean, you take Spectral Dagger. Excuse me. If they dive you, you can zip into the trees. You can use Spectral Dagger to have a movement speed advantage over the enemy. So it's not too bad. You can play it like an off lane. Yes, you're not going to get farm, but you're a Spectre. You can split push to farm. You can catch up later. But what's important is we make sure that while we're getting ready to catch up later, all the rest of our team needs a boost, because they're going to be fighting 4v5 for a long time. So I told the Cottle, say go elsewhere, look for kills, and the Cottle did an amazingly good job of this. I mean, straight away he comes into the top lane. They traded a little bit here. It didn't go amazingly well, but it goes okay. Let's say he casts the mana leak, I think, a bit early when they're not in a position to force the troll to either burn his mana or take a lot of damage. But again, a little bit early, but if we watch this little exchange here, it doesn't go too badly. I believe the Magnus dies, but then when he comes back to lane, they get a return kill on the troll. But already, I mean, this guy's doing a fantastic job of harassing. He's, let's say, the Magnus overstepped a little. The Magnus being melee, he should have waited a little bit longer, waited for the Cottle to push him down. But all the while this is happening, let's just wait for this return kill, because the Magnus is going to come in. Yeah, he's taking a pot shot there. But now, I mean, effectively, the troll is either he's forced out of lane or he's going to die. I mean, this troll was not smart. He came back in, so he's going to die. All the while this is happening, down here, I'm either hiding in the fog or I'm hanging a long way back. Now, I'm hanging a long way back because I know as soon as they step beyond there, they're coming for me because they have multiple slows, so they can catch up with me really easily. The only time I got even the slightest bit aggressive, and I say aggressive, look at my positioning here. As I go into the side shop, the creep wave pushes in here. That is actually really dangerous for me. If they were on the ball, if the Jakiro was up in close enough to me, and the bounty hunter was here, thankfully bounty's mid, but if the bounty hunter was here, ready to slow me with his orb, I'd be dead. And I was a bit risky about that because in an off lane or in any lane where you're solo against multiple heroes, boots are a big deal. So I wanted to get them straight away. It was a little bit too aggressive and a bit, yeah, even now I'm going to take a little bit harassed from it. But yeah, I'm just playing this like an off lane. I'm trying to stay in experience range. You can see I am just about getting experience right the way back here, but they can't do anything to me. So that's it. All I'm going to do is I'm going to sit, soak up XP. I'm going to hide. I'm going to make them, basically force them to stay. I mean, these guys, if they leave, I'm going to start getting farm. So I want to hang around and show that I'm here just enough to make them want to stay, but not enough that they're going to get an opportunity to kill me. And meanwhile, Cottle is doing a great job. I mean, he's set up a kill top. If I skip forward a little bit now. Now this is, again, he's... Right. Let's see here. I mean, again, he comes mid. I mean, this is a Wind Ranger. She relies on just being able to run really quickly. So mana leak on her is amazing, because... and it synergizes really well with Hook. So the Cottle is now setting up kills on the Wind Ranger mid. Now the Pudge ends up dying here again. But what this has done is it gives Pudge a significant advantage over the Wind Ranger, and the Wind Ranger now will literally die 6 or 7 times as soon as she comes back to lane. Every time she shows on the map, she's just dead. So what happens with all this is we get this sort of situation where late game, this was a 40-minute game, we had the Pudge, Axe and Magnus, if they'll actually load in. We've got the Pudge, Axe and Magnus all sitting around 20k net worth. I'm only on 18. Okay, so the Axe is only on 18, but he was jungle. He's supposed to be low. I'm only on 18, but I have a Diffusal and I have a Radiance. So when just by pressing my ult, I'm gonna drain everyone's mana, which is brilliant. It synergizes really well with Cottle's mana leak. So everybody has hardly any mana. He can consistently stun people multiple times in a fight. And I have the Radiance. So just by pressing ult, I'm going to do, I don't know, probably like 300 damage to everybody, including Wind Ranger with a dodge. So, and she's squishy as hell. She's going to die really easily. But this is the point where as the Spectre, I'm going to flash farm. And if we take a look at the net worth graphs, you'll see I am behind, but around the... Go on, disappear, thank you. I'm behind, but I'm tracking roughly with the Troll Warlord. Oh, hang on. I'm tracking roughly with the Troll Warlord. Now, he's ahead of me most of the game. Up until about 20 minutes-ish. No, by accident. Yeah, I'm taking mine off by accident. Yeah, so he's ahead of me till about just after 20 minutes. And this is because... But the thing is, when he is ahead of me, he's not massively ahead of me. He certainly had a much easier first 10 minutes of the game, and he's only just ahead of me. But the reason he's only just ahead of me is because we rotated the Cottle to start picking up kills everywhere. And what that did is it's abandoned the Spectre. Spectre can't get much farm, but Spectre can catch up. Spectre is one of those heroes that you know she's going to get big eventually. All you have to do as the Spectre is not die. And you can see here, if we take a look at the network, this is when I picked up the Radiance. And you see how... even though the Magnus is getting a load of kills at this point because they're just feeding horribly, once I got the Radiance, my net worth accelerates dramatically above everyone on the other team. The only person who's keeping up with me is the 2 guys on my team who are getting hundreds of kills. If this game had gone on to like a 60-minute game, I think the kills would have been ridiculous. I mean, the Pudge had like a kill a minute at one point. And again, just let me show you another good example of why we it's good to focus. I mean, if we skip to 22:50, I think it is, maybe a little bit after that. Let's pudge. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we are 23 minutes into a game now. So by abandoning the Spectre and letting the Cottle help the other lanes instead, we now have a Pudge who has 26 flesh heaps at 23 minutes. He's attended more than a kill a minute. He is on 3.5k of HP, and he's got an Axe already. He's got a 4-second meat hook. So basically, we've snowballed Pudge to the point where there's nobody in the enemy team that can deal with him. The only way they could have possibly dealt with this Pudge is if either the Troll or the Viper had got insane farm. But because they couldn't kill the Spectre, and they have kept dying to the Pudge occasionally, it puts us in this position where everyone on my team is farmed except the Spectre. Now, if we'd have focused the lane on keeping Spectre farmed, or trying to get Spectre farmed, nobody would have had farm, and we'd have just got destroyed. So sometimes it is better to just go, my lane is fucked, and abandon it. Now, you don't completely abandon it, you leave somebody there to soak up XP, and it has to be a hero that has some form of escape, can stay back, whatever. Spectre's an amazing one, because once you hit 6, you can join a fight from anywhere. Which is what I did in this game. Even though I had virtually no damage, I would zip to a fight and kill steal, because I'm a Spectre. It's kind of my job. But yeah, that's it. If you are in a lane in a game and you're looking at the lane going, man, there's no way we can win this lane, abandon it. Leave it. Because if you are at that point where they can dive the tower, they can consistently kill you, even when you're playing defensively, sitting back behind the creeps under your tower, you're feeding the enemy gold. You are their bank. Yeah, you are making them rich. Whereas if you just abandon that lane and go and help your team get kills elsewhere, then your team gets richer. So while you personally, like in this case, I personally didn't get fat, but by saying, look, I'm going to play sacrificial for a little bit, I'm going to just soak XP, go help elsewhere, then that helped my whole team get fat. And by having 4 members on my team that were fat, that meant even though I didn't have the damage, they did. So just bear in mind, guys, do not think I'm losing my lane, I've lost the game. Think I'm losing my lane, where should I go to help somebody else? Because if you can't win your lane, you can at least help somebody win theirs. And if I lose my lane and my allies lose their lane, we've just lost the game. But if I lose my lane and my allies completely wreck their lane, then we've got a chance to come back. And if you look at the map on this game, we actually had dominance through most of this game. Mostly due to the roaming from the Pudge and the Cottle. They were both amazing in this game. They were really good. This guy, his rotations were fantastic. So yeah, there's how to lose a game, guy. Lose a lane. Don't worry about it. Just go and have impact elsewhere. Don't just be one of these people who sits like screaming, oh, I need help, I need help, I need help. Because sometimes there's a situation where it wouldn't matter. In this game, even if, say, the Axe and the Cottle had rotated and just sat in my lane most of the time, it wouldn't have really helped. We'd have only been able to kill the Viper and the Jakiro if they'd have really overextended. Which, there were a couple of situations like that in this game. But you can't rely on that. What you can rely on, if that Cottle goes to counter the Troll can't farm. If the Cottle goes to mid, he can set up kills. And this is what you think. You think, where can I send someone to get kills for our team? Fuck my lane, let's just leave it if we have to. I mean, seriously, if you have to just walk out your lane and abandon it, that's better than feeding. But the point is, you take that, whatever you can contribute to the game, you take that out of that lane and you put it in a different lane, rather than it being useless in your lane. So there you go, guys. If you're having a rough lane and you don't know what to do to win it, don't. Just leave, go to another lane, and help somebody else win theirs. I mean, tell your team what you're doing. Don't just like sit there sapping their XP. But there you go. Have fun, guys. See you soon. Bye bye.